So in this video, I want to use the metaphor of a nightmare to help you understand more about what it's like to have a narcissistic mother. And for you who have a narcissistic mother, I hope that this can really resonate with your feelings and serve as a validation of a lot of experience that you stand alone in and that you go through. I am a survivor myself, and I'm also a registered counselor, and so I try to reach out on YouTube to help more people than I do in my practice. So like a dream, dreams can be good, dreams can be bad. In this case, having a narcissistic mother is really a nightmare. It's something that's deeply personal, that you, an experience that you have grown up in, that you've had, that's what you know. It's something that, like a dream, it's really hard to get one's head around it. It's really hard to make sense of it. It doesn't make logical sense because it's really like a nightmare. It's really twisted and all kind of things can happen, and so it's really hard to make sense of this, but we're going to try in this video to do just that. So I'm going to go through 5 aspects of this, and hopefully that will help you in your experience. So point 1 is that your narcissistic mother isn't who she appears to be, because she's got masks that she put on to other people. So that might very well be the opposite of what she actually is. If she's very, very cold hearted, she will be very warm and loving and empathic. She will make herself a really perfect persona, but it's all fake. It's just that she's so incredibly good at playing this game with people, and she really gets off on playing this, so that other people really, she's even got so much power that she pulls magnetically people into her understanding, into the way she looks at things, and people really do think that this is a really special, really wonderful person. That's until you get to see her other face, if you do. So in private, she is a nightmare. She's cold-hearted, unloving, unempathic, doesn't care about you, just wants to use you, shames you, uses all of her children for herself. Everyone is just there as an extension of her. So this is something that you end up alone with. This is something that other people cannot believe that she is like this, because they haven't seen it, they haven't experienced it, and yet you do. So you end up alone. You end up completely maybe on your own with this. Nobody believes it, and it's just, if you even try to begin to explain this to someone, they're not going to believe you, or and if she finds out, she'll make herself a victim and turn it upside down. So it's a private, hidden nightmare that you are raised inside. So point number 2 is that your narcissistic mother, who doesn't take any accountability, any blame upon herself, creates a child, you, that takes the badness upon you. There's a defense mechanism called internalization of the aggressor, and that's exactly what happens. As a child, when you are shamed, when you are criticized, when you are blamed, when she just looks at you with contempt, when she is never happy with you, when she compares you, she can do so incredibly much damage, which she does. And as a child, you can't afford to face the reality of this, because it's horrific to be born into a family where you're abused from day one by your own mother. It's too painful. It's too impossible to to know that the one who is supposed to nurture and protect you is actually the one who doesn't care. So, and in fact even wants to hurt you. So for most children then, they take the badness upon themselves. It's a defense mechanism called internalization of the aggressor. So this is something that I can see when I'm working with clients who are not narcissistic, but they actually think they might be. They come in wondering, is there something really wrong with me? Why am I like this? Why do I always mess up? It's always a self-blaming thing. It's always taking badness upon themselves. And then when you begin to look into the family dynamics, the relationships there, then it appears that there is a story behind it of someone who is really difficult and toxic to be around, potentially a narcissist. So the only way to really survive this for a child is to take the badness upon themselves, feel like there's something wrong with me, because that makes it easier on your mother. That is not confronting, and she can use you as a waste bin that way. So point number 3 is that just like a nightmare, you're dealing with a really distorted view of herself, of you and the world. Her lens is very damaged. Her way of relating to herself and others is not truthful. It's a construction. It's a defensive construction that she's made. So you're not dealing with reality. You're dealing with her reality, which is ruling the whole family most of the time. Well, which does rule the whole family, where everyone buys into the family trance and her story and her reality of how things are, which is a distorted reality. So just like a nightmare, she is playing games with people. She is there to be winning over you. She's there to be pushing you down so that she feels powerful and can lift herself up and get narcissistic supplies of you that way, meaning that she feels better of you when she pulls you down. And just like, it's really hard, like a dream, to describe what's going on and see it and have it clearly. This is really hard because it's something that you're in this space around her, engaging with her, and she's sucking you in unconsciously into her inner games. So you have to be really, part of the process of healing from a narcissistic mother is to see this reality for what it is, which is why I'm talking about it in this video, and to begin to extricate yourself from her games and from her distorted view of yourself. And if you're interested in taking a good step towards that, I've got a quiz, a self-invalidation quiz. This is something that I see is a blind area for a lot of survivors, adult survivors of narcissistic mothers. And this, if you want to have that, you can get it. There's a link in the description. Being around a narcissistic mother who's got games going on underneath the surface, there's things like, you just feel it, like, or even if you're not, probably as a child you might even be very disconnected from the truth of this, because you've had to blind yourself, you've had to survive it. So you might just feel that, you might not be aware of what's really going on, you might just feel the effects of it. So you will feel the effects of her actually warring with you, winning over you, demeaning you, pushing you down. So that might feel really confusing because it's your mother. It might feel really overwhelming because you're reacting emotionally without really getting what's going on. It might feel really injuring you, like hurting you, triggering you. It might feel really re-traumatizing because she's done this a million times with you. And she's doing it again, and it's going on underneath the surface, you're not aware of it, and you become sure what's real, what's going on, and You're manipulated, so you are overwhelmed, confused, alone, frustrated, and like there's an ocean of feelings there. So when you're pulled into her world, she uses you emotionally, relationally, psychologically, spiritually. She is getting filled up on your cost. And she's at the same time upholding this distorted reality, which she forces you to buy into. She is perfect. She doesn't introspect. She doesn't self-reflect. She doesn't take accountability. She doesn't question anything that she's convinced about. So it's always on you. It's always on you to buy into her reality, not the other way around. It's always for you to admit that you're wrong. It's always for you to... You carry the whole reality of the relationship that she doesn't want to take on. So point number 4 is that you learn to blind yourself when you were a child. When abuse is going on, there is not, and as a child, if it's in your family, there is nothing psychologically good for you about having the full awareness of this. It is usually better for the child at that time to blind themselves, to start agreeing with her. So that's what children do, like I was talking about, identifying with the aggressor. So you can't escape. So you've got your psychological defenses there, which you turn to. And they help you because they make you feel like you can agree with her. Yes, it must be me that's bad. Yes, she must be right. I must be the problem. And this is a survival strategy. And it's against the reality that you're in an unbearable situation emotionally because your mother is using you and abusing you because she's so emotionally damaged. But the problem is that as an adult, this becomes self-doubt, self-shame, self-criticism, self-abandonment, and self-invalidation. And if you don't do anything with this, then you're trapped in it. You also don't get to learn about who you are as a person because she doesn't see you, she just sees herself. So in order to live well as an adult, you really do need to know yourself, to love yourself, to nurture the relationship with yourself, which is all of these things are like opposite to what you learned. That's why you feel so badly as an adult. That's why you maybe don't function well because you can't assert yourself in relationships. You can't feel good in relationships and so on. So this is something that you can really benefit on working on. And I'm starting in January a 3-month program to connect with your true self and to undo some of this damage. And if you want to have more information about that, if you're interested, yeah, there are a few places left. There are not many places, but there are a few places left. Just send me an email. You can find my email address in the description of this video. So there is a lot of things around your relationship to yourself which is injured by her. And unless you free yourself from this and develop a strong relationship to who you truly are, you can't really live well. So point number 5 is that to begin to undo some of this damage, you really do need to have validation of your true feelings and not just of her reality. So you do need to get someone who stands on the outside and who can help you see what the truth is, and who can validate your experience, which is what I'm attempting to do through these videos. Because being lost inside how she saw reality and now you've internalized that, it's really hard to extricate yourself from this, but that is what you have to do. So try one step that you can do is do get my self-invalidation quiz, so that you can see if you carry on doing what she did to you, which is dismissing you a lot, now turning into self-dismissal. And if you're blind to that, then and carrying on that, then you're injuring, you're perpetuating the injury. So do get that. There's a link in the description of this video. And you need to rebuild or connect with, maybe you never did connect with yourself properly. You need to build that relationship to yourself, so that you find your authentic self, so that you start to feel really truly good inside, so that you know yourself, so that you trust your inner truth, so that you begin to love yourself, so that you accept yourself, so that you, because these are all, when you can do all these things to yourself, that's when you can do this for other people as well. You might think that you do for other people. Lots of people, survivors, have grown up becoming overly empathic to other people and not to themselves. So you do need to shift that dynamic, but at the same time, there's also a lot of truth in the fact that until you see yourself clearly, it's really hard to see other people clearly as well. So if you're interested in my 3-month program, for that you are very welcome to contact me. There's a 3-month program starting in January, so please send me an email if you're interested in that. Oh, so I want to tell you that you were never the nightmare. You were a child trying to survive this nightmare. And now you get to wake up and claim who you truly are. So I hope that this has been helpful, and I hope to see you again. If it has been helpful, please write comments to me, like the video, and do subscribe so that you can get more of my videos. I'd love to see you again. Yeah, hope this has been helpful, and hope to see you again, and take care, and let's support each other. Bye-bye.